This is AI.R. Artist in Residence Broadcasting, coming to you once a week from New York City. Hello again, I'm John Cullum, and Emily Frankel is sitting here right beside me.
Bubbling over with an idea.
What is the idea, Emily?
John.
Yes, my dear.
You've had big dreams.
What? Oh, did I?
And your big dreams came true. My big dreams have not come true.
Uh-huh.
Some of them have.
Yes, they have.
But there are shows that you really always wanted to do. Like, for instance, you always wanted to play King Lear. Now, King Lear is not out of the question.
Well, I've come close. I've been connected with 5 different productions.
Well, it's a dream. It's a big dream. And you still would like to play King Lear. But there are shows that you wanted to do that you won't get a chance to do. For instance, you have regrets that you never took one of the chances, one of the offers that you had to do My Fair Lady.
Oh, yeah.
And I want you to talk about why you wanted to do My Fair Lady.
Well, it's a terrific role. Based on the fact that it was Bernard Shaw, so the writing is terrific. And Alan J. Lerner is one of the best lyricists.
Golly, he just was marvelous.
Yes.
Marvelous in his insights about men.
Yes, and about women too. But he certainly had enough experience. He was married to 7 of them.
7? Did he have 7 wives?
He had 7 wives.
Gee,
yes.
And you're very talented.
And also the guy.
You only had 1 wife.
That's right.
Yay!
And Rex Harrison was another reason why it was so attractive, because he did such an exquisite job.
Voice, singing,
yes,
manner, everything.
And it was also one of the reasons why I was reluctant to do it. He had 7 wives too. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yes, between them they had 14 wives.
I don't count that sort of thing, because I just count.
But anyway, it has the music, it has the story, and it has
it's a part you could do.
Well, yes.
Okay, talk about Elmer Gantry. That was a role that
gosh.
you really intensely wanted and told your agents, get this for me. This is right for me.
Right. Well,
explain why it was
My
so...
Fair Lady was for an Englishman, so that was a strike against me. But Elmer Gantry was about a small-time guy that was a salesman who became a preacher. And I'm from the South. My brother was a preacher. My sister was married to a preacher. I was the conductor.
It comes from a preacher family.
Yeah, I was the conductor of the Dixie Junction Baptist Church. So I really had an affinity. Not only that, but I knew Stan Lebowski, who wrote the music. We were close friends with. He was a very close friend with Seymour Osborne, my music teacher. So I thought it was all set up for me.
And it was not.
They never called. They never called.
What did you find out secretly later?
Well, they picked
Robert Shaw.
Robert Shaw, and he was an Englishman. So it was like.
John isn't talking about the movie. He's talking about the
stage production.
Right. So Robert Shaw did it, but here's what John learned behind the scenes.
Yeah, I was very disappointed, and the play was about to close. It hadn't been open for very long, and I went to second act it, and I was standing in the back watching the show, and these 2 guys came up to me, and they said, "Are you John Cullum?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And they said, "We've been trying to get a hold of you." And I said, "Well, here I am. Who are you?" And it turns out that they were the producers of Elmer Gantry, and they had been trying to get a hold of me, and they wanted me to consider standing by for Robert Shaw, who had missed a lot of shows. And I said, well, of course I would have done that, but it's a little late in the day.
That shows that isn't paranoia, that's reality.
Yes.
Sometimes your agent has bigger plans for a bigger name because it's bigger money.
That's right.
But John, here's the one that's really interesting.
What?
John loves Angela Lansbury, and they're personal friends. Mm-hmm. And John wanted to do Sweeney Todd.
Oh, Sweeney Todd.
Tell that story.
You're involved in that story, Emily. I went to see Sweeney Todd with Emily. And I bitched and complained the whole time through and said Hal had done a terrible job staging it, and then I thought I would be better than the guy who was playing the lead. And what the truth is, I had read for the lead when they did the first reading of the play for Hal Prince, and I was supposed to be penciled in for a part that a small romantic, the Count, and when we got through, both of those parts went to other actors, and so I was very bitter about it, and I was at my vocal teacher's house working on some singing one day, and I got a call up there, and they said, "John, it's Hal Prince wants to talk to you." So I got on the phone and I said, "Hi, Hal," and he said, "Well, John, I had a great idea, but I talked to your wife, and she led me to believe that you really didn't like Sweeney Todd." My jaw just hit the floor. I just almost fainted.
Well, that's one of the reasons why John did not get to do Sweeney Todd. Listen, that's enough with your regrets.
Yes, okay.
Thank you for listening to this
A lot of the
video.
things I regret are some of the things I did, Emily.
No.
That.
John Cullum, thank you for this video.
You're welcome.
This is John and Em, and we will see you next week.
This is AI.R. See you next week.